So what we're seeing here is what many people call equality preferences, which is that, absence other information, people prefer kind of a more equal distribution of resources. And what's interesting is that's not just college students, that's not just Republicans, that's not just Democrats, that's also not just adults. So we see this in even infants. If you bring a nonverbal infant into a room, they can't tell you, this is how I think things should be distributed, right? They're not little baby verbal economists. But they will look longer at things that they find surprising, and they will look away more quickly when things are habituated, normal, doesn't violate their expectations. So we have results from developmental psychologists that show that infants, if they're put into a room with other children and an experimenter, if that experimenter has a variety of really attractive stuffies, stuffed animal puppet toys, if that experimenter gives all of the toys to just one child and none of the other children have toys, the infant will look longer at that scenario than if the experimenter equally divides the toys between the children, suggesting that infants already expect an equal distribution of a desirable resource. If we're looking at school-age children, we can actually give them the task. We can say to a group of kindergartners, here are some really colorful erasers. You need to divide them between Sally and Tom. Sally and Tom both did a great job cleaning up their room. But if you give the children an odd number of erasers that they have to divide between an equal number of children, they will actually throw an eraser, a resource away, or give it back to the experimenter rather than give one child more than the other. And then you might remember from our first day of class that capuchin monkeys, if they're paid in grapes and another one is paid in cucumber, the cucumber receiving grape will throw the resource back in the experimenter's face. They will reject an unequal distribution of resources. So what we see in surveys and experiments with monkeys and experiments with babies and experiments with children is it does seem to be this really widespread equality preference in primates.